Welcome to San Andreas, I'm CJ from Grove Street. Land of the heinous, gangbangers in cold heat. In Los Santos, neighbors get no sleep. Beefing with anybody, competing, even police. Fold deep in the green rag with gold feet. Blast with the flag on the strap, that's OG. Stay in shape, hit the gym, lift the weights. Get super cutter, big and buff, nice and straight. You got stats, respect, weapon skill. Stamina, muscle, fat, and sex appeal. You get clothes from Binkos and Prolapse. Suburban zip, victim and desatch. Watch your back when in rival hoods. They'll test just to guess if your survival's good. Ducking shells at the clucking bell. Jump out busting gun until they tuck their tail. It seemed like I'm on impossible missions. Twisted predicaments, hostile positions. Tenpenny and Pulaski harass me. Cop cars been on our ass the last past week. Cause the Dre is for the gangsters, homeboy. Hands is the language for the bangers, homeboy. And it's dangerous, homeboy. Get your brains blue for how you do your fingers, homeboy. Heat cock, we poppin' hot ones. Dump them out, bend the block. Shake before the cops come. Listen for sirens, they don't got none. Back another lap, catch a straggler with the shotgun. Hitting them up with that Grove Street lock. And a dirty slingshot, no Levi.
Oh man, where do I begin with this game? When do I begin with greatness? With absolute perfection on a CD-ROM. With absolute just masterclass of gaming. GTA San Andreas. One of my favorite games of all time. In my opinion, one of the greatest games of all time. And in my opinion, again as well, the best GTA to ever come out. There is no words to describe how much I love this game. It is an absolute fucking perfection of a game. I remember playing this game the very first time back in 2004, and the feelings that I had for this game were unbelievable. Cannot be matched. Just absolutely fantastic, this game. There is no words to describe how much I love this game. To this very day, I still play it. That's how great this game is. The replay value of this game is amazing. I love nearly almost everything about this game. Just unbelievable. Just I'm just so happy to talk about this game because I love it so much. So yeah, what's going on everyone? This video is just going to be talking about San Andreas and why, in my opinion, it is the best GTA to ever come out, one of the greatest games of all time, and why I love it so much. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Back in 2003, when we were still riding the highs, that was Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City, I remember thinking to myself, hey, when's the next GTA game coming out? Because back then, GTA used to be annually. It used to come out every year. Now, just imagine, times have changed, hasn't it? Instead of getting a new Grand Theft Auto game every year, we're getting fucking one rehash of one game over multiple generations. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, fucking how much of times have changed. But anyway, I remember thinking to myself, when's the next Grand Theft Auto game coming out? And then I remember going to my local newsagents and just going down the magazines and seeing what was up. And then I saw, and I'm thinking to myself, what's this? And it was basically the very first time we saw CJ, crouching down behind the car in Los Santos. And I'm thinking to myself, is this the new Grand Theft Auto game? Oh my god. I can't. Yes, this is the new Grand Theft Auto game. And ever since then, there was no words to describe to you guys how much hype I had for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It was unbelievable. I remember thinking to myself every day, when is it coming out? I cannot wait for this game to come out. The hype that I had for this game was astronomical, unbelievable. I don't think there is anybody here that was more excited for a video game than I was for San Andreas. It was unbelievable, the hype that I had for this game. I remember going to school talking about it nearly every day until it came out. I remember picking up nearly every single magazine that I can, hoping to find some new information. I picked up the Game Informer, I picked up all the other ones, I even picked up the Xbox magazine. to see if there's any new information when I had the PlayStation 2 and I didn't have an Xbox. So yeah, the hype for this game that I had was unbelievable. It was so much that I remember turning the channel over to SBS and just waiting for the trailers to come out for San Andreas, because back then the internet wasn't really that popular. It was just taking off, and YouTube didn't begin till 2005. So the only way we could really see the trailers was on TV. And that's what I did. I went to SBS nearly every day during prime time hours between 6 and 7:30 and just hoping that they would show the GTA San Andreas trailer, the Guns N' Roses one. And every time I saw that, I was just over the moon when it happened, because that was the only time we could see the trailers. Because there was no internet. Well, there was internet, but our internet in Australia was so shit, and back then we didn't really know the internet and how popular it was going to be. So yeah, the only time we could see something was the trailers. And yeah, so I waited for days for this game. I waited for days, weeks, months, even a year for this game to come out. The anticipation for this game was astronomical. And then it finally happened. It finally came out. After the whole of 2004, with that whole year and the anticipation, and a bit of a sidetrack, 2004, what an absolutely fantastic year for video games. Seriously, it was one of the greatest years of all time when it comes to video games. It was unbelievable. Seriously, just a bit of a sidetrack. Let's go through it very quickly. All the games that came out. You had Burnout 3, you had World of Warcraft, you had the Chronicles of Riddick, Doom 3, the first Fable, the first Far Cry, Counter-Strike, Battlefield Vietnam, Tony Hawk's Underground, Fight Night, Need for Speed Underground 2, Def Jam Fight for New York, FIFA 05, which is the last FIFA game I've played, Jack 3, Call of Duty United Offensive. Oh, man, what else? You had Crash Twin Sanity, which was good, but it wasn't the best. You had Fallout Brotherhood, The Sims 2, and just so many others that I could just keep going. And then, in the space of the end of October to the end of November, we had 4 games that came out. 4 games that were considered the greatest of all time. Seriously, we had Half-Life 2, you had Halo 2, you had Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, and you had GTA San Andreas. Like, wow. Like, oh my god. In 1 month, we had 4 games that were considered some of the greatest of all time. That's how just unbelievable 2004. What an absolutely fantastic year for video games. It's the reason why the 6th generation, in my opinion, is the greatest, because just unbelievable. Seriously. Halo 2, Half-Life 2, and Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, and GTA San Andreas in 1 month. That's just unbelievable. Just absolutely fantastic. Just phenomenal, the 2004, and how great that was. But back to San Andreas. Like I said, guys, the hype for this game was unbelievable. I don't think there is anybody in the world that was more hyped for a video game than I was for this game right here. So after months, years of anticipation, just day after day, week after week, month after month, waiting for this game to come out, it finally comes. October 26, 2004, we finally get to see what this game was about, and the anticipation that this game had on our shoulders. And we pick it up, and we see CJ in the airport, and then he gets picked up by Tenpenny, Pulaski, and Hernandez, and he's driving around the car, and Hernandez chucks him out, and then he says the most memed sentence to oblivion.
Officer Pendlebury's down. We'll be right over.
See Hernandez.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And then we play the game for the very first time, and people, this game was better than I expected it. It was better than I thought it would be. I cannot believe it too. I could not believe that I'm playing a game that was the most anticipated game ever in my life, and it turned out to be better than I expected it. It was unbelievable, this game. I fucking absolutely love this game with all my heart. It was just the best game, one of the best games I've ever played in my life. I still remember playing this game for the very first time, people, and the moment that you take control of CJ and you ride the bike back down to Grove Street, people, I cannot describe to you guys the happiness I felt playing this game for the first time. I don't know how it works, but when you're happy, you know when you're happy, you feel all great, and your brain releases like the chemicals to make you feel happy. My God, people, I must have been ODing with happiness playing this game for the first time. Oh my God, it was so good playing this game for the first time. The amount of happiness that I had, I don't know what you call it. I think the technical term is dose, when your brain releases chemicals to make you feel a certain way. Well, my God, it felt like I had an OD of that. I never felt more happier in my life playing a video game. Real talk, like seriously. Oh my God, it was so good playing this game for the first time. I was over the moon playing this. It was like I was on a natural high, like I was ODing. And I don't take drugs, but my God, like fucking, it felt like I did. I felt like I was on the endone, the hillbilly heroin, because I was over the moon playing this game for the first time. My God, it was so good. I was so happy. I was ecstatic. There's only like 5 games that have done that made me just release the chemicals that make you feel better, like feel astronomical, and San Andreas is one of them. It was probably the first that did it. Well, maybe GTA 3, that was probably the first, then San Andreas, because, oh man, it was the best feeling I've ever had in my life playing a video game. So where do I begin with this game? There are so many things to like about this game. That is just unbelievable. Like, what should I talk about first? Should I talk about the fantastic story, the incredible characters, the fantastic script writing with the great dialogue, or the amazing things that you could do? So many side activities that it's unbelievable. Or should I talk about the map of Los Santos, or the radio stations and the soundtracks and how fucking great they were? There are so many things to talk about this game that I love that is phenomenal. But anyway, I'll just start with the story real quick. The story of San Andreas takes place in 1991 in Los Santos, the equivalent of Los Angeles, or California, should we say. And we play as CJ, who was an ex-gangbanger, or still is a gangbanger, but left his past and his family and everything to go to Liberty City, and has to come back because his mother was murdered. So he comes back, and we need to figure out who murdered his mum. And once he gets there, he knows that everything has changed. Everything is it ain't the same as it used to be. His family, or his gang, Grove Street, isn't as big as they used to be. The Ballers and Vagos have completely taken over Los Santos, and the drug scene is definitely high in Los Santos, which is what happened in LA in the 1990s with the explosion of crack cocaine and the gangs that used to drug traffic and deal with the drugs back then. It's still a pretty big deal now, but it was nowhere near as big as it was in LA in the 1990s. So with the drug scene exploding, and what type of money you could make, money definitely changes people, and that's what happened with one of CJ's mentors, friends, probably would consider family members, when he comes to find out that Big Smoke is the one who was responsible for his mother's death. And this twist was unexpected, and I couldn't believe it at the time. Like, I couldn't believe that someone who you would consider your friend was the one that betrayed you with Big Smoke. I couldn't believe that, and the twist was phenomenal. Like, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it, and then after that, you have to leave Los Santos because it's too dangerous, and it just takes you on one hell of a ride. So the story with San Andreas is amazing. The missions were phenomenal. Nearly every single mission in this game I loved, apart from 2. And I think we all know what those 2 missions are, and I'll get to them in a minute. So yeah, the story of San Andreas is phenomenal. The missions, the characters, the fantastic dialogue, like the side characters in this game are amazing. I'll start with the 4 with CJ, Sweet, Ryder, and Big Smoke. These 4 are incredible. Like, amazing. Like, these guys, seriously, they are so well written that it feels like they've known each other all their lives. Like, that's how great the dialogue is between these 4. Incredible.
What's happening with you, Ryder?
Respect has to be earned, Sweet, just like money.
So what you saying? You don't respect me?
What I'm saying is,
Speak up, nigga.
I'm hungry.
Ah, man, shit. Hey, what's
Man
going
cannot
on?
live. There that fool go.
Look at this fool, man. Perpetrating like he banging.
Think he hard. He got him.
Boy, I tell you.
I know that fool can't be serious.
Hey, what's happening with you, Jeffrey? Hey, man, it's OG Loke, homie. OG Loke. My bad. How was it, though, homie? Man, what you think? How was it?
Hey, chill out, dude. So what you want to do now?
Man, I gotta kill some chola motherfucker. He was dissing me, man.
Hey, Jeff, I thought you was going to, college.
Man, fuck you. Motherfucker done stole my rhymes.
I could drive as well as CJ, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hey, homie, what's up?
Hey, what you saying about me, fool?
What's up, man? I'm saying that the East Coast made you drive like an idiot, fool. Man, you always crashing cars and shit. And for some reason now you back. All it is CJ drive here, CJ drive there. Bullshit.
Man, why don't you just take it easy?
No disrespect, man, but you can't drive for shit.
Thanks, man. Nah. Say what you really mean.
You such a good gunman, homie. You gotta ride shotgun. Show CJ what's cracking.
Hey, you know something? You right. Yeah, CJ, you can drive, homie.
He's tripping.
Amazing. Like, it seriously felt like these 4 have been known each other since preschool. That's how well written these characters were. And then after that, you meet plenty of other characters like Tenpenny, Pulaski, and Hernandez, who are the other antagonists with Big Smoke, and Samuel L. Jackson, who plays Tenpenny, is just amazing, and Chris Penn, or Michael Penn, I think it's Chris Penn, who passed away. Rest in peace, man, because you were a badass in this game too. Like, you were someone that we hated, and you portrayed it so well. And yeah, just after that, just the characters are just phenomenal. Like, just so many great characters, like Woozy, who was just another mentor. Caesar, Villapalo, who, man, that guy is awesome. Like, if I had a brother-in-law, like, I wish it'd be him, because he was an awesome character in this game. He always used to help Sweet and CJ and that, and even though there was a bit of racial tension, because in the 1990s, like, they like to portray that that the Hispanics and the Hispanic gangs weren't exactly, BFFs with the African American gangs, and it showed in this game because the tension is high.
And where the fuck you think you going?
What? Get out my face. I'm going to see Caesar.
The hell you are, girl. You ain't messing with them essays. You know we beefed it. They ain't nothing but a
Look,
bunch
I
of
love
lowlife.
women. What the fuck are you?
At least I got principles.
Oh, and I guess that makes you an upstanding American. Carl, tell him.
Carl, don't tell me shit,
As long
bitch.
as he treat her right, disrespect you, and he
How the
did.
hell you gonna say that? Like it's any business of yours.
Fuck you, sweet.
I'm tired of you not listening to me, girl.
And I'm tired of you acting like you own me. I can see who I want to see.
It just ain't right you seeing some cello motherfucker.
Oh, what? A no-good, narrow-minded, hypocrite gangbanger telling me what is right and what is wrong? Let me guess, sweet. Senseless killing right, but a boyfriend from the South Side wrong?
Some things ain't just meant to happen. I mean, what if y'all have kids? Leroy Hernandez? That don't sound
His
good,
name
girl.
ain't Hernandez.
Well, Leroy Lopez
or
then.
Lopez either, you racist fuck. That ain't how moms raised us.
I ain't racist, I just know how they feel about you. And look at you. You dress like a hooker.
Oh, and I guess you two would know what a hooker look like, huh?
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Shut
up, Carl. I'm just trying to protect you.
For what? So I can date one of your mindless friends? I don't think so.
After you get through the game and it's resolved, it's just great. So yeah, Caesar, Sweet, Smoke, Ryder, oh man, phenomenal character. Then you get to meet the truth. The man, the myth, the legend, the absolute best character I've seen in a video game. He's probably my second favorite side character of all time. The truth, I love this guy. He is awesome. He is literally just your stereotypical, hippie anti-government type, and he's played so well in this game. And the banter between him and CJ, and just the banter with him in general is just phenomenal.
Peace. I've got everything you need, lone traveler. It's in the mothership, back there.
Thanks, man. Look, here go your paper.
The karmic circle closes. All is as it should be. Back to the egg.
Damn, man, there must be 2 tons of that stuff back there.
3 Rama. What the fuck's that noise?
Hey, that sound like a chopper.
Oh, man. Narcs, you fucking rat.
We got a chopper on our tail. We'll never shake them now.
Hold on. I got a little something back here I was saving for a rainy day.
Holy motherfucker. Where'd you get that?
Found it in a bale of tie sticks. Shame, really. I was gonna make it into a lamp.
What you pull over for?
You better drive. I haven't driven in 15 years.
You was doing all right?
Yeah, then the fear hit me. Now I'm rolling a number to calm the waves.
Jesus, we screwed. When'd you get this?
1967.
How you get around if you don't drive?
I have an astral goat called Herbie. She's faster than most, but getting old.
Yeah, whatever, man. You talking shit. Hey, this thing go any faster?
Man, we got 3 tons of grass on board. The engine block is held together with a macrame hammock, and it's running on 15-year-old cooking oil.
Shit, can you shoot?
Shoot, I'm a hippie. The only thing I've shot is acid. But I heard about this dude snorted it once. Thought his nose was a kangaroo and the moon was a dog. Woo!
And then just after you meet the truth, you get to meet someone else in this game. You get to meet another legendary character, but not in a good way. You get to meet Caesar's cousin, who we all know and love from GTA 3, Catalina. The bitch is back. The bitch is back in full force. And she is just as annoying as she was in the first game, because for a very long time, in my opinion, she was equivalent to the video game bitch. For 16 years, she was the person in video games that we thought we absolutely hated this character. She was annoying as fuck. I didn't like her any for a second. No one did. And she took the reins of being the video game bitch for 16 years until Abby came along. Which is unbelievable. I couldn't believe that someone has taken over the video game bitch, which was Catalina. It was amazing. Good job, Naughty Dog. Like, just amazing, guys. Like, you managed to make me hate someone more than Catalina with Abby. Just phenomenal. Well done. Just round of applause, guys. Like, fucking excellent. So yeah, we get to meet her. She was just a pain in the ass. And then you get to meet some other characters in San Fierro who were probably the least favorite characters. They were still good, but you get to meet like the characters, like the drug characters, like the people who sold Big Smoke, the crack cocaine into Los Santos. You get to meet Tebow Mendez, and you get to meet the pimp Jizzy P, and Torino. Now Torino, played by James Woods, is excellent. This character was surprisingly good. Like, I really like this character. He was just completely the opposite of the truth. He was the government type. He was the weird government type who eventually, at the end, manages to get Sweet out of jail. So yeah, Torino, played by James Woods, excellent character. And then we get to take a trip down to Los Venturas, and we get to meet some other characters. And this is when the character part gets really interesting, because we get to go back to see some of our favorite characters in GTA 3. Well, I wouldn't consider to be one of my favorite characters in GTA 3, but then we get to meet definitely my favorite character of all time. He is back, man. The legend. This is the myth, the urban myth, the legend, my absolute favorite fucking character of all time. No one will ever beat the legend known as Ken Rosenberg. He's back, baby.
I'm back! I am back! Let's get this show on the road!
The good doctor has revived the patient.
Thank you,
Sweet
thank
has my
you,
son.
thank
Sweet.
you.
So everything's straight now?
No! Absolutely not! I'm still screwed! Absolutely screwed, but at least now I'm in the right frame of mind! What the fuck are we gonna do? Any minute now, some mafia bullet is going to splatter my brains all over the wall. My wall. My beautiful wall.
Ooh, you missed a bit. I love that.
Forget about it.
Oh, that's a great idea, Tony, but you know what? It ain't gonna work, okay? Not this time. No way, no way.
Look, man, relax. Get a grip.
Yeah, you're right. I need to get a grip.
Take control.
Yes! Grab the bull by the horn.
And show everybody who's boss.
I'm the boss. I am the boss.
All right, then.
All right. Let's tear this
That's
town
what
up.
I'm saying. So where we going?
Details! Details! Let's just get there.
Rack 'em up, Macca. What's the matter with you?
And he's back better than ever. He is my favorite character of all time in the GTA franchise. Nobody will ever come close to Ken Rosenberg, played so well by William Fichtner, who, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated actors you'll ever see in Hollywood. I love this guy. He is a great actor, William Fichtner. Before he was chasing the Fox River 8 in Prison Break, he was being my favorite Jewish failure lawyer in Grand Theft Auto. I love this guy. Every single scene he is in, he steals. He is so memorable. He is written so well. He is written so brilliantly by the GTA writers that it's just phenomenal. Like, all these characters are written phenomenal. I absolutely love the dialogue in this game, but he is written so well. I love this guy. He is just down on his luck. The mafia's out to get him. Like, Salvatore Leone is back, and
Hello?
You've hung us out to dry, I know it.
Rosenberg?
Yeah, soon to be wearing concrete shoes in a shallow grave in the desert, Rosenberg. I'm surprised you remember.
Look, I ain't forgot y'all, man. Just hang in there.
Easy for you to say. This Salvatore guy might whack me at any moment.
Just feel the weight of the weapon, sweetheart.
I can feel the weight of someone's weapon.
Hey, you're the one to blame on that front.
Can I fucking go now, or fucking what? Ooh, you fucking twat! Right in the fucking happy sack!
Perhaps you'll be cured of your little antisocial condition, mate.
Carl, my man.
Mr. Leon?
Looks like this piece of shit was right. You did a real number on those Forelli losers. Now it's time the Forellis found out what it means to screw with Salvatore Leone. How would you like to hit the St. Mark's Bistro?
A hit in Liberty City? Cool, but I'm gonna need some backup.
Take who you want.
Well, I usually use these two.
Hey, remember all those jobs we did together? Huh? You and me, Carl, remember? Huh? You know, you used to call me Killer Ken. Ken the Killer? Killer? Ice Cold Ken. That's me.
And him too, I guess.
he's out to get him too, and then he's accompanied with Kent Paul from Vice City, who was just your strange English type, and then he's with another weird, strange English type known as Maka, who was just fucking weird as fuck. Like, what the hell? Like who thought of this character? He was strange as hell, but he was just weird. He wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was just weird. So yeah, and that's practically the whole characters in GTA 3. They were all phenomenal. Like, every single one of them was good. Even Catalina, like, even though she was annoying as fuck, she was memorable. So yeah, great characters in San Andreas. Probably the best we'll ever see in Grand Theft Auto by a long way. I'm not saying that like GTA 3 and Vice City and 4 and all them were bad characters. They had some good characters as well, but yeah, GTA San Andreas, in my opinion, was the best, had the best character lineup in the whole franchise. Next, we'll talk about the map of San Andreas. I absolutely love the map of this game. In my opinion, again, as well, you're going to hear a lot of in my opinions, but in my opinion, the best map in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. I couldn't believe at the time how big this map was. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was absolutely blown away by how big the map of San Andreas was back in 2004. It was overwhelming. I couldn't believe it. And it was so unique too. Like, we had 5 unique areas of the map where they were all unique and they were all interesting. So we'll start with Los Santos. Los Santos was amazing. It looked like LA in the 1990s. It had plenty of unique landmarks that most people would know. So like, you had Santa Monica Boulevard, and you had the Hollywood sign, and you had the Hollywood and up in the hills. They replicated that pretty well. They had the I would say the ghetto urban areas in LA, probably out, I think it's placed out west, but I'm pretty sure, don't quote me guys, but I'm pretty sure all those areas around in the south of Los Angeles, but doesn't really matter. It looks phenomenal. Like, the whole of Grove Street and Gatton and all the Ballers and Vargos areas, it just looks amazing. You had the industrial area as well. Yeah, Los Santos looked phenomenal. And then we get to go to during the progression of the game, we get to go to Mount Chiliad and I would consider the Forest Wood area, and it was great too. Like, even though there wasn't that many like unique landmarks to see, and it was still great. It was absolutely huge for the time. I remember when I was first playing this, and you get that call from Caesar, and he tells you to go meet Catalina in some town far away. I know you're in Whetstone, and then you have to go to some other city so far away. And I'm like, I couldn't believe how far it was from the time. It must have took me about 20 minutes trying to get there, because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I got lost. I figured I could just go straight down the woods. Yeah, well, I couldn't do that, and I got lost. So yeah, just the whole forest area, the whole Mount Chiliad area, phenomenal. Then we get to go to San Fierro, which was created so well. It looked like San Francisco, from the hills, from the Golden Gate Bridge, just all these other landmarks that were in San Francisco. Just phenomenal. It looked amazing. And then we get to go to the desert area, and that was great as well. And then we got to go to Las Venturas, which is the equivalent of Las Vegas, and that was phenomenal as well. Like, there was 5 unique areas in the map of San Andreas, and it was excellent. The developers made an extremely good job crafting this map, because it was so unique. It was so great. Like, I fucking loved it. It was just the best. That's probably the biggest highlight of San Andreas, is the whole map of the game. Just the whole of Los Santos, San Fierro, Las Venturas, the desert, and the forest. Just phenomenal. Excellent. Probably the best thing about this game was the map of it. Unique, interesting. Didn't feel like I was, like any recycle landmarks or anything like that. It was just the best. So yeah, just phenomenal. Excellent. The best easily in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. And another thing that's underrated about San Andreas is the radio stations. I thought they were excellent in this game. I really thought that San Andreas had probably, if not the best, the second best set of radio stations and soundtrack in the Grand Theft Auto franchise. I know there's a debate about Vice City being the best, and it probably is. Like, Vice City probably has the best radio stations and soundtrack, but geez, San Andreas would happily give it a run for its money. Like, the two ones that stand out for me, the ones I always used to listen to was Radio X and KDST. Like, those radio stations were excellent. And, of course, you had Radio Los Santos, which was good. And because I'm not really a big rap fan, I haven't really been, but I could see why rap was so popular in the 90s. Like, it was phenomenal, unlike today where it's just a just an embarrassing joke listening to the diarrhea trail of shit songs on the radio station when it comes to rap and hip hop. So yeah, phenomenal. Those three radio stations would easily give Vice City a run for its money. And then you have the other radio stations like the Ministry Sound radio station, that was pretty good. You had that surf radio station that was solid. Like nearly all the radio stations I could happily listen to, no problems. So yeah, the radio stations in San Andreas are a little bit underrated in my opinion. Like, nobody really talks about how great the radio stations are. Easily in my opinion, arguably the best in the GTA franchise. It's probably the second best, but Jesus, like I said, guys, the San Andreas radio stations would happily give Vice City a run for its money, in my opinion. So yeah, just phenomenal that as well. What else is there to talk about? I could just keep going. When we talk about the side activities in this game, oh my god, there were so many. It was unbelievable. There were so many. I'll forget most of them, but yeah, the side activities, incredible. There is so much to do in this game. So much. There is so many things that you can do. It is phenomenal. Apart from the free, basic ones, like you can be vigilante with the cop car, or you could be a paramedic, or in the fire engine and taking down fires. Just there's so many others as well, like the burglary missions that was unique to San Andreas. The pimp missions, they were unique to San Andreas. Like I said, guys, I completely forgotten most of them. And the other side activities you can do, you can go down to Las Vegas and gamble, go on the poker machines. You can play blackjack. You can play roulette in the casinos. Phenomenal. Like, another thing that was unique to San Andreas. What else? You can do the schools, like driving schools. You can go to boat school, flying school, motorbike school, and car school. All four of them were great, even though they were annoying as hell, some of them. So I got gold in pretty much all of them. No, I did get gold in all of them, but my god, it was not easy. Definitely complicated, especially in the PlayStation 2 version, where it didn't really tell you where you needed to land. Yeah, you just had to guess. Yeah, that was not fun. But yeah, phenomenal, the driving schools. What else? Like, seriously, guys, there are so many things in this game that I've forgotten them. Like, you can go to the gym, of course. You can learn new moves from the boxers, the karate guys, or the ones in Las Vegas, and you can do that as well. You can play basketball. You can do cycling activities at the cycling park. Guys, my god, phenomenal. So many things you could do in this game. I've forgotten them. That's how great this game is. I've forgotten that there are so many things to do that my brain is like, it's overloaded because there's just so much activity. So yeah, the activities were phenomenal. The radio station was phenomenal. Just phenomenal, guys. Next thing I'm talking about is the missions. The missions in this game were, again, phenomenal. You're probably getting tired of me saying how phenomenal, the word phenomenal and great and excellent, but this is what this game was. It was phenomenal, and the missions were amazing as well. There was 100 missions in this game, and 98 of them were excellent. I loved nearly every single mission in this game. A couple of standouts was obviously reuniting the hood. The last mission, end of the line, just breaking the bank at Caligula's. There's so many great missions in this game, but those three were definitely a standout. So yeah, nearly every single mission in this game was memorable. And yes, guys, let's talk about the two other missions. The two missions in this game Let's talk about it. Let's talk about two of the worst missions you'll ever see in your life. Let's talk about Wrong Side of the Tracks. Wow. What a absolutely terrible mission. Basically, if you haven't played the game, it's basically you're with Big Smoke and you have to stop this drug deal and with these guys, and they run on the train and you have to take out the people on the train. Wow, people. One of the worst missions I've ever done. Anybody here, I would like to know, anybody here who played GTA San Andreas and got this mission, finished this mission in the first go, I would like to meet you personally, because I don't think there is anybody in the world that got this mission done on the first go. It took me multiple times to get this mission. Still to this day, people struggle with it, and you get to hear, well, everyone got to hear this, the second most memed fucking sentence to oblivion.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
Probably the most annoying thing I've ever heard in my life. And we all got to hear it constantly. Big Smoke saying, all we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. Nobody in the world, I don't think, missed this line. We all heard it at some stage, because this mission was nearly impossible to do back then, because we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know how bad of a shooter Big Smoke was. He was absolutely garbage trying to take out these guys on the train, and yeah, just an absolutely terrible mission. Absolutely frustrating. I fucking absolutely hated this mission at the time. It was so frustrating. But I eventually got it here and there. But yeah, the main trick of doing this mission is staying on the right side of the opposite railway tracks. Like you're not on the road, but you're on the tracks, and you're yeah, just stay in that section and you would be fine between the furthest right of the railway line to the road. That was probably the best bet you could do. Or you could try to get on the tracks, and at the start where you can try to get on the small bridge before that turn off. That was another way too. But yeah, Wrong Side of the Tracks, horrible. But I don't know which one was more horrible, Wrong Side of the Tracks or Supply Lines. Holy shit. What a fucking terrible mission. What an absolute disaster. Who in their right mind made this mission? Because I would like to meet you too. I might need to slap you, because this Supply Lines mission, horrible. The fact that we had to control this RC car, which is, I mean, not RC car, this RC plane, and my god, the worst controlling thing you'll ever do in your life. This thing was horrific to drive around, to fly around. It was just the worst thing ever. Every time you tried to turn, you would turn left, it would dip. You turn right, it would go up in the air. It was just a disaster. And then on top of that, you had the fuel. And the fuel in it was so low. Like, the plane moves so slow and the fuel bar moves so quick. So you were fucked, basically. You had to pray to God that you got lucky. And I don't know how I managed to complete this mission on the first time back in 2004, because they patched the mission where they made the fuel tank much easier, but it's still difficult. Like I played the game recently for this video, and I was basically down to nothing completing this. So yeah, I don't know how I managed to do this with pre-patch, because it was nearly impossible. So yeah, Wrong Side of the Tracks and Supply Lines, awful. Fucking awful. Terrible. But other than that, the other 98 missions were excellent. And last but not least, the last thing I'm going to talk about, another main reason why I love San Andreas so much, is the fantastic script writing. Unbelievable, this game and its script writing. Like, the dialogue in this game is some of the best you'll ever see in your life. Practically every single game from Rockstar in the 2000s had phenomenal script writing, just phenomenal writers, and San Andreas is no different. One thing about me is that I pay attention to dialogue. I really do pay attention to what people are saying, and in San Andreas, it just hits it right out of the park. It's probably a 10 out of 10 for me, the dialogue in this game. Just everything they went for, it worked out perfectly. When they tried to be funny, it came off brilliantly. When they tried to be serious, it came off brilliantly. When it tried to be interesting, it just came off brilliantly. Yeah, just the dialogue is the best I've ever seen. It's some of the best I've ever seen in my life in a video game in San Andreas. There's been so many games that have great dialogue, but yeah, this is definitely up there. It's definitely in the top 5 when it comes to fantastic script writing, fantastic dialogue between characters, just unbelievable. Everything they say in this game is memorable. Like, that's how great it is. Comparing to like a game with shit script writing and shit dialogue like The Last of Us 2, where I was bored out of my fucking mind listening to these people talk. Well, it's completely different in San Andreas. Just everything about this game in terms of the dialogue was amazing. Like, I think I know practically nearly every sentence that people have said in San Andreas. That's how great it is. That's how memorable it was. Yeah, just Rockstar Games in the whole 2000s was just the best. So yeah, like San Andreas, Vice City, Free, Bully, The Warriors, Midnight Club, Manhunt, just excellent script writing, and it's no different in this game. It's probably the best I've ever seen in my life, and it's a 10 out of 10 in my book in terms of script writing in this game. And I'm going to wrap this video up for today, guys. I could keep talking about San Andreas, but this video will go on forever, and it's gone on long enough. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit different from me. Just me talking about San Andreas and why I love it so much. It's easily my favorite GTA in the franchise, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. I've always given it a 9.6 out of 10, and that rating will never change. So yeah, absolute solid game. Love this game more than anything. It was fucking one of the greatest games I've ever played. I loved it so much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. As you could tell, I did this practically on the fly. I didn't have a script. I didn't have any points. I just practically said everything in one take, like practically one take everything. So yeah, I wouldn't consider this a documentary, because documentaries are definitely more professional, more scripted. This was just on the fly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I was a little bit out of my depth here with this. It was a bit different. It was just, yeah, I enjoyed making it. It took forever to do. My God, like definitely very time consuming. It wasn't hard, but more time consuming, and at the moment, time I don't really have. I'm a bit busy at the moment. If I wasn't, I would have uploaded this earlier, but yeah, just exceptionally busy, and yeah, just very time consuming. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, I hope you liked this. If you did, please give it a like. If you did, if not, let me know why not in the comments section, or let me know what you think in general about San Andreas. And a couple of things I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention a few characters. I missed out on Mad Dog, OG Loke, Jeffro and his friend, and Zero, and what's her name? What is her name? What is Cole's sister's name? Kendall. Was it Kendall? Yeah, it was Kendall. Yeah, I forgot about her as well. So yeah, they were great characters, and I didn't really mention anything about Ryder and how he betrayed you. I'm definitely one of those people, and I thought of this when I was a kid. I really think that he wasn't meant to betray you. Like, it was definitely tacked on, his betrayal. Like, when CJ didn't mention him at all in terms of the betrayal at any stage, or the fact that when you get to Ryder's mission in San Fierro, you could tell it was tacked on. Like, there was no unique cutscene, and there was no unique dialogue from Ryder. So yeah, there was something going on behind the scenes there. But other than that, yeah, overall, yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry about that, but yeah, like I said, I did everything on the fly. I didn't have any notes, so I forgot to talk about that. But anyway, if you like this, give this a like. If not, let me know why not. Yeah, just had fun talking about all the praise I had for San Andreas, and easily my favorite GTA in the franchise, unlike another game in the franchise that I have a pretty strong opinion about. Practically just you could pretty much just take everything I just said, all the praise and love from the great story, the great characters, the great script writing, the great map, all the activities. You can pretty much just take that and just throw it in the bin when it comes to another game in the franchise that I have a pretty strong opinion about. So yeah, a video for another time. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna hit the road. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see how I go about making videos about this, but I'll probably go back to my old form and just talk about talk about topics and stuff. Tried my best to get a video out once a week. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys later. Alright, bye.